Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to ask the question 187 of 2015 under my name in today's order paper to the Honourable Minister of the Honourable Attorney-General, Minister for Finance, Public Enterprise, Public Service and Communication. The question is, Madam Speaker, can the Minister inform the House the reasons why Fiji Airways has not released its company annual reports since 2009 and advise if Fiji Airways will be releasing its annual reports for the year ended 2013. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. I give the floor to the Honourable Attorney General, Minister for Finance, Public Enterprises, Public Service and Communications.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I thank the Honourable Member for his question. Madam Speaker, I can confirm that Air Pacific Limited, trading as Fiji Airways, has in fact released its annual reports for the year 2009 to 2013 to all the shareholders at the Fiji Airways Annual General Meeting.
Thank you.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question, Honourable Revande.
During those years, Fiji Airways have been getting the support, financial support and assistance from government. Why there is a delay in the submission? Why there is a delay? Something wrong with the consultants or something wrong with the bookkeeping? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker, the Honourable Member obviously did not hear what I said. I said that the annual reports have been released to the shareholders of Air Pacific Limited trading as Fiji Airways. It is up to date. The 2014 one is just about to be finalized. Including in that, Madam Speaker, is the certified accounts, the director's report, the independent auditor's report, and certified copies of financial statements of Air Pacific Limited. Madam Speaker, I do not know what financial assistance the Honourable Member is talking about. There was one allocation made of about $1.8 million in two budgets ago, Madam Speaker. And Madam Speaker, in that it was in fact not utilized. The operations of Fiji Airways, Madam Speaker, is in fact fully funded by the company. Government does not give it a grant like PEFCO. Government has not lent it any money like PEFCO or some other state-owned enterprises. The Honourable Member has got his facts and figures completely wrong.
Thank you. Supplementary question.
I think it's the responsibility of all partly funded government companies to submit their annual reports straight after the end of every year. Was that been done, or have you just completed it after a period of time for all those years? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Attorney General.
Madam Speaker, I think the two Honourable Members sitting next to each other don't simply understand what I've said. It is not partly funded by government. If they can show me evidence as to how it is partly funded by government, we'll be happy to oblige. Please, I urge you to go to the Registrar of Companies and you'll find all the documentation you need. Do a search. You need to understand the business model. You need to know how business is run before you're asking these questions. It's a misplaced question.
Supplementary question.
For the edification of the House, can we be advised on what the position is when the government of Fiji owns shares in a company? Do we get any benefit of having some idea of what the reports are, Madam Speaker? Can we just get some edification on this, because we are a bit confused on this side? We believe that if the Fiji people, taxpayers, own part of a company, that they have the right to see how the company is trading. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Attorney General.
Madam Speaker, the Honourable Member from the other side thinks that the only time we can see things if it's tabled here. Everybody has access to the Registrar of Companies. Everybody has access to the Ministry of Finance. They want any information, they can write to the Ministry of Finance pertaining any information that the Ministry of Finance holds as a shareholder pertaining to any state-owned enterprise or any enterprise in which government has a shareholding in. They can get that access, Madam Speaker. But they don't bother to find out from us. A lot of the questions, in fact, Madam Speaker, that are being tabled in this floor could have been very easily ascertained. A lot of issues. I mean, I want to reiterate Honorable Prem Singh and Honorable Bhiman Prasad. They had come and asked about various issues. They did not raise it on the floor. It was easily resolved, easily addressed. Similarly, a lot of the information has been requested. We can give it to you. Similarly, when members of the public ask them questions, they can simply ask us. We can give it to them. If there's issues, please tell the ministers. They're ready and willing to help. That's the collaborative approach.
Thank you. Supplementary question, Honourable Leader of Opposition.
I think the Honourable Attorney General is well aware that one of the difficulties we have from this side of the House is that when we request the information from government ministries and statutory bodies, it is very difficult for us to get this information. And this is why we bring these questions to the House, because the people who are working in those ministries and organizations are very reluctant to provide us with this information. He's very well aware of that fact, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Attorney General.
Madam Speaker, I can't hear what they're saying, Madam Speaker, so I can't respond. Thank you. Madam Speaker, the reality is that if you have a ministry, now we're going on to ministries, we moved away from Fiji Airways, we're talking about ministries. There are ministers responsible for ministries. As members of parliament, you can write directly to the ministers. As members of parliament, the ministers are here and present in parliament. Talk to them. Ask them. They will facilitate. I've done so. I've had issues that Honorable Karavaki had raised directly with me. We've resolved that issue. What is the problem with the other members? Why can't they raise it? They can talk directly to the ministries. As I said, in this particular instance, they wrote to if they went and did the search company's office, they would have got it. If they wrote to the Minister for Finance saying, we want to know what's the annual report of Fiji Airways, Air Pacific Limited trading as Fiji Airways, we would have given it to them. No problems. Right to the ministers.
Can we just get to understand this, because we had tried.
Is this a point of clarification to your previous?
Yes, Madam Speaker, it's a very critical one for us. We have tried to visit some of these government enterprises, and we were told in writing that we can't because they don't just see anybody from the street. We got it in writing. These people are so busy, they cannot just see anyone who walks from the street. We are parliamentarians. We are representatives of the people of Fiji, Madam Speaker. Things are not very clear on what the powers are for us, and that we represent people here, taxpayers. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honourable Attorney General, just the point of
Madam Speaker, this is
clarification.
why I said, Madam Speaker, they need to talk to the ministers responsible. If they want information, they go and talk to the minister responsible, and they will facilitate where appropriate. You can't just simply walk off the street and go into the Ministry of Finance and want to see everything that may not necessarily be disclosed to all members of the public. That is the reality, Madam Speaker. Just because you're in Parliament does not give you the privilege to go and access everything willy-nilly, and from the kind of pedestrian type of questions we've seen and motions we've seen, Madam Speaker, it's like a fishing expedition. Some of the questions also demonstrate they don't even understand finance and commerce. So obviously the public servants aren't going to attain that. This is why we are saying there needs to be a proper channeling in an efficient manner. Please talk to the ministers responsible, and they will facilitate it for you. It's very simple. We are not saying we won't. Please talk to the ministers.
Thank you. We'll now move back to, you cannot ask two supplementary questions. Maybe just clarification, yes, but not two supplementary questions.